I got a really cool and crazy build for you in Assassin's Creed Odyssey that will easily keep you alive and let you deal a ton of damage as well without having to worry about your adrenaline. But I also want you to send me your build and other cool things you did in the game as well via the new email address I made, but more on that later in the video. Let's now take a look at this crazy build and also a cool outfit sort of combination I made. So yes, let's get into it. If you enjoyed that, then a like would be super appreciated, and let's go. I call this build the Health Stealer because it will let you get back to full health again in no time, thanks to the damage dealt restored as health perk and mastery level. I used the full Amazon or Achilles set in the case of Alexios, of course, that has the really powerful 5% damage dealt restored as health set bonus that is crucial to this build, giving you health back with regular hits, the overpower attacks from the scepter and spear, and other abilities like the bull rush or devastating shots. But you want more than the regular 5%, and that's why the mastery level I actually touched on in a recent video where I went in depth on this new system that unlocks at level 50. For this build you want 20 ability points in that damage dealt restored as health mastery level to get a total of 5% extra. So then you have 10% of the damage dealt as health back. And really this will make the overpower attack of the scepter an instant refill of your health, but also small hits with the daggers will fill your health back in no time. When things might get tough though, you can of course use the battle cry of Ares for the increased damage, and of course the fact that you cannot die while this ability is active. And that in combination with this build will easily let you get back to full health without having to worry that you might die, or also let you get back to full adrenaline. The overpower attack of the scepter is namely the core of this build for an insane damage output, but also instantly refills your health when you do it when a ton of enemies are close by. So yes, having adrenaline is super important to do the overpower attack. Of course you want the engraving to have the -1 adrenaline segment for the overpower attack, so you can do it with 2 adrenaline segments instead of 3. And the adrenaline is also nice for abilities like the multi-shot that also easily give you health back, or just the regular second wind that is helpful in any situation. So yes, because adrenaline is important in this build, I also use the daggers alongside the scepter. Simply because spamming the heavy attack with the daggers will get you adrenaline back really fast. I also have 10 ability points in the adrenaline per hit mastery level, by the way, so filling that yellow bar goes even faster. Of course, hitting headshots with your bow is another nice way to fill that bar, and then you also get a lot of health back in the process. For the scepter I use the Olympian torch because that is the only legendary warrior scepter in the game. Let's hope they add some more warrior scepters soon. So yes, go find a good epic one that can of course also work for this build if you don't have this one. Like having some extra adrenaline or fire damage can be nice on this epic warrior scepter, because yeah, the one that I use is only obtainable through the Olympian gift for a pretty small chance, or in the Helix store of course. I have the extra health and armor engraving on my scepter that you get from Steropis's bow, so the mythical creature that they added later on, simply because it will keep you in the fight longer. I'm playing on hard here because I also haven't upgraded this gear to level 70 yet. But yeah, either way, I think that overall, because you will be in the face of the enemies all the time, getting health back easily, you want to be able to absorb some damage too. Otherwise, you might die from a few hits and have no chance to kind of react and build up your health bar again. So that's why I feel that the extra health and armor on a weapon is great. For the daggers, I use the warrior ones, the dagger of Cronus that you get from killing the cultist called Nyx the Shadow. They are the only legendary warrior daggers in the game, but if you haven't killed this cultist yet, then try and get other warrior damage that can help you as well, for example with fire damage, because fire damage is super important for this build as well. Actually for every warrior build in the game in my opinion, because it greatly enhances your damage. Not only because the target will of course burn afterwards and take damage over time, but it also seems to count on top of the damage that you normally do. So for example, with an overpower attack, you deal way more damage per hit than without having your weapon burn thanks to the flaming attacks ability. So having that ability on at all time is crucial. I will show you my engravings on the gear pieces and the bow in a second. But for the abilities, I really chose only the necessary ones. So no assassin abilities, just some hunter abilities that work together with this build. And I like to have the 6th sense one, although you could totally go without it in my opinion. Of course, when we get get the 33 ability points that should drop any moment now for level 70 players, like when the new update is out, then we should be able to get it. Still get this question a lot. But yeah, then you will be able to enhance your build even further. But this is how to do it right now. And again, the 20 ability points in the damage dealt restored as a health mastery level is nice. I got 10 ability points in the adrenaline per hit that you could of course upgrade further if you got the ability points. And I now got 11 ability points in the damage while full health. And that part of the build is also important because you will be full health most of the time, or get a full health bar again after like hitting a few enemies. So having more damage while you are full health is really good. Also, for example, 1v1 versus a mercenary, since you will easily get back to full health, or also start the fight of course with full health, and then can do the overpower ability. You deal extra damage, and while doing that ability you can of course not lose health. So that is it in terms of abilities. To round out the build, I got some engravings. I forgot to mention that I used the Hades bow for the extra fire damage as well, with the 30% damage while full health perk that is from the Maze of the Nemean Lion set. So if you don't have it, just focus on putting more damage on this bow, for example for the devastating shots or for some warrior abilities. We got extra damage with the warrior abilities on the head, the crit damage with the warrior abilities on the bracers that you get from the Spartan Renegade set. So if you don't have that, I think that all damage or adrenaline per headshot, stuff like that, is nice to put on there. I first did the health restored on death on the chest that you of course get from the Immortal set. But then I figured out that it's still kind of bugged, like it does not trigger all the time. So I went with the all resistance instead. Again, defense is nice, and this will help you a lot when fighting a ton of mercenaries with the poison and the fire damage. This engraving is of course part of the Greek Heroes set. I put another on full health engraving on the waist. Again, that is part of a Helix set, the Nemean Lion set. So if you don't have it, then I think just more health or headshot damage is great to put here. And on the boots, I got the extra burning rate, since you will be doing fire damage most of the time as well. And that is of course part of the Agamemnon set. And well, there you have it, the Health Stealer build that deals a lot of damage and easily gets you back into the fight. Like, you're full health most of the time, or can easily get back into full health. I love using this build, but I'm also curious to hear, what do you use? So I opened a new email address, input@JorRaptor.com, and use that address to share your build. Like, what are you using at the moment, or what do you like to use? What did you find out is a really good combination of gear, weapons, and abilities? Also, I would prefer if you could record some footage, so just go to a fort, or what I did, just kill a lot of innocent people and have the mercenaries come to you, so you can showcase the build, so I can use that footage for a future video. And also be sure to show the gear you use and the weapons and the abilities, so everyone can try that build at home too. And that's kind of the idea. You asked me a lot about really good builds in Odyssey, and I will continue to share them, but I want to share your build as well. I think that would be pretty cool. So send an email to input@JorRaptor.com. You see it on the screen right here. Then share the name of your build in the title, like Odyssey build, Health Stealer, and then share your footage via WeTransfer, for example, or another way so I can get it. A screenshot of your gear page of course helps as well, just so we can see it in action and know what you use. So if you got something cool, totally hit me up via input@JorRaptor.com. But that is not all. I also want to showcase what outfit you are wearing. Because of the visual customization feature, we can of course dress up in really cool ways. And because there are many options, I'm curious to see what you came up with. So I want to show some cool outfit combinations as well. So you can send that also to the email address input@JorRaptor.com. So let me know the name of every gear piece that you use. Screenshots of every gear piece of course help a lot. It saves me some time. So I can like make this combination on my character and then showcase it in a future video. And will of course shout you out then as well. I want to kick off with a cool outfit that I've been using. It starts with the Shroud for the head, the Brawler armor for the chest, the Ancient King gauntlets, and the Ancient King boots, and the Belt of Ares as a waist. And I really like the sort of orange, black and white sort of look with the red touches. So I really like this one, but I'm curious to see what you can come up with. So again, input@JorRaptor.com, you see it on the screen. for your awesome outfit. Of course, subscribe to the channel as well if you haven't already for everything Odyssey. I will showcase these builds, these cool outfits, and of course keep you up to date on all the new content coming to the game. And by the way, send out all the codes for the Eagle Copis giveaway, so check your DM on Instagram or Twitter to see if you got a code. If you don't have a code, don't worry, because maybe some people will not respond, and then I still got some codes to give away. So for now, I'll just let it rest, and then if people do not respond, I will grab that code and then give it away again. Like this video to support channel, and of course, now let's go to the Eagles of the Olympian store to try and test my luck to get to the freaking Hades Lieutenant. Yes, we're back at the Eagles store, of course, still rocking this really cool looking outfit, if I say so myself. What do you think, Sargon? You like it? You like it? You gotta give me the freaking Hades Lieutenant? No, you're not gonna give it. I will take it from you. Okay, let's just do it. Let's just open an Olympian gift, shall we? Ooh, ooh, an epic. Why am I not surprised? Hey, this was actually a weapon that was also in Origins, ceremonial sift. I think it was also a regular, not a legendary one. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know. But yeah, it doesn't damage, poison damage. Me. Gonna dismantle that. Gonna kill this guy. Yeah, stand up and go down. Okay, there we go. And yeah, again, subscribe for everything Odyssey. Like this video to support channel, and check out my recent video on the first info on the Abomination set. A new set we will get for defeating the mythical creatures on the hard mode. And in terms of news, like when the new update is coming and stuff like that, it's really quiet. It seems like not everyone is back at Ubisoft yet. Probably some people took their week off and stuff like that. I can totally see why. And they will likely be back on Monday. So I really expect things to go crazy on Monday while this guy's ready to get his ass kicked. Don't shoot the messenger. It's too late for that. It's too late. Okay, we're gonna, of course, show you this cool build in action. Look how fast I get my health back. Ooh, this guy's crazy though. He got some cool moves. Yeah, I can just do this all day. I cannot die as well. I'm gonna shoot you again, man. Getting health back, of course, via that way as well. And there we go. Kinda cheated with the battle cry of Ares, but don't wanna hear you about it, okay? Goodbye. Yeah, check those videos. Check that Abomination video.